All right. And so today we're playing Super Lava Brothers. This is a Mario 1 hack by noted Mario 1 speedrunner Cosmic that deletes the floor. That's it. That's the hack. There are 3 different difficulty levels for this that vary by how many other adjustments were made to the video game to make it playable after deleting the floor. There's speedrunner difficulty, which requires glitches like wall jumping in order to complete the game. There's glitchless, which obviously removes the need to do glitches, but it still requires fairly precise knowledge of how momentum in the game works in order to make some awful jumps. And then there's the baby mode for babies, which further adjusts the glitchless difficulty to make it a bit more accessible. And since I think it is very well established at this point on the stream that I am a gigantic baby, we will be playing the baby mode for babies. Just because this is the easiest difficulty of this hack does not mean that this is going to be easy. There's still going to be a whole lot of precarious jumps that we have to make, so I don't guarantee that we'll actually finish this. If we reach a point where I feel this is no longer entertaining to stream, because I'm stuck at the same checkpoint for an hour and a half, I might switch to something else, but I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Now we're all going to find out how this train wreck goes together. The answer is like that. First jump of the entire video game. The start just keeps getting better and better. All right, we made it. Okay, that one's a little far. Okay. I'm worried about this pipe. Okay. I think if I had not held right there, I would have actually survived that. I think I would have caught the ledge on the left. Okay, I almost just jumped off the edge. Great. Okay, we're out of there. Hardest level of the video game complete. It's all downhill from there. Let's take this nice and easy. Okay. So that's a problem. We made it. That's also a problem. Okay. We're definitely going to hit the corner of that last block and then just spike ourselves into the lava here. Okay. That's fine. I didn't need that anyway. Okay, I think holding left is the key here. Whenever I take a pipe, hold left. Surely I will never get betrayed by this later in the video game. Okay, that was a little far. We're okay. Okay, we're not going to take any warps. I don't think so. I think the coins are just there to make noises and make your score go up. Well, let's wait for it. Okay, that was a little fast. Faster than I intended to go there. Okay. I'm glad I dropped all those frames in that level that I beat the first try, so no one watched it. That's great. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay. Being Big Mario might be disadvantageous here with regards to making these jumps. Bog. Okay, that's... okay. Do I just need to keep going there? Well, that didn't work. Okay, sure. Accurate. Yeah, I think I just need to keep going there. Don't bother waiting for the cycle, just hold right. Yeah, I think I want to be small here. That jump is a little tight without the vertical clearance. Surely I won't regret not having an extra hit once we get to Bowser and I get annihilated. Okay, that's kind of far. Okay, that's extremely far. Can I even make this? Okay, well. If I don't push the jump button, I certainly can't make it. I don't know if there's enough runway there to just run off the last block and jump, or if I need to make a series of jumps off of more than one of them. Rude? Okay, we're fine. Yeah, I think we need to do a hop there. Oh, okay, that cycle was not where I expected that to be. Okay. All right. There's no bridge. I didn't think I was going to make that last jump, and I'm glad I did. Okay. That's one world down. Everything's going all right. That's a very long jump. There's no way I make it from here, right? Oh, okay. You can just make that. Nice. Okay. Try that again, and hopefully we won't get eaten this time. Yeah, we'll try that again, and hope we don't run into the Goomba this time. Can I wait, or is that just always going to be on screen when I scroll it into place? I don't exactly know like how enemy cycles in this game work. Like, you know, when they start. Okay. Definitely looks like it's just always going to be on screen, so we need to do what I just did there. Do I need to get on top of this? I feel like I probably have to get on top of this. How dare you? Should I reach a checkpoint? Are we going to do the funny thing now? Yes, okay. All right, so we're doing the funny thing now, which the README for this hack explicitly calls out, which is that some checkpoints are just over lava. So in order to make it past this point, you need to hold down the jump button in order to buffer a jump. In this case, we also have to adjust our movement. Ooh, pipe. All right. Okay. Next time we'll try to do that jump, but better. I've already forgotten that we need to hold down the jump button. Too much jump. I should not hold right there. I should do what I did the last time. Just scroll that pipe on screen slightly so that I can see the piranha plant. I want to see what happens when we get 100 coins. That's why I've been collecting all the coins in that. Need to figure out how to not jump early off of that pipe. Single tile here. Yeah, okay. I didn't know exactly what the platforming was going to be past that point, but I figured we were going to have to do an immediate jump off of that. The guess was correct, the execution was lacking. Oh, okay. I don't know how I survived that. Held back a little too much. Almost had that one. Every time. We'll get us another cycle. I want to figure out if I can just hold right here, and that works. It doesn't. Okay. We do have to go left. There's not enough time to get horizontal momentum. Okay, I don't know why I came back here. Need to jump off the top platform. Almost. Okay, we made it. Didn't jump. Gotta run for slightly more so that I can actually get up to run speed. There we go. There it is. Did touch the block that time. Alright, we're in there. I'm just going to jump over that entirely. Hold left. Jump badly. When I died and got reset back to the beginning of the level, I think I died in a pipe. So maybe dying inside a bonus room disregards the checkpoint and sends you back to the beginning of the level. I don't know if that's actually a mechanic. Using the word mechanic there might be a bit strong. Oversight. I saw that the piranha plant wasn't there. I was like, oh good, I can just land on the pipe. And then it came up, and I was like, ah, I have made a mistake. Wait for it. Okay, we're about to get super betrayed by this trampoline here. What if we skipped it entirely? All right, let's see what happens to water levels. Oh, okay. True. This jump probably is not hard. Fair enough, you got me. You got me. Getting a big jump off of an enemy is not really a thing in this game. We're definitely going to get fished here at some point. Yes, correct. I'm so glad I did that to myself. That's a little dangerous. We need to go up top. No, that's a real high jump. Great. We made it past the fish gauntlet. Now to fish gauntlet part 2. Okay. That's not a jump I can make like that. Okay, fine. Less fine now. I definitely thought I pushed jump there. Like, obviously I didn't, because I didn't jump, but I thought I did. Okay, that was real close. Okay, we're fine. We are no longer fine. Things are not fine. Can I just kind of hold right here? Does that work? Well, if I jump, that might work. People have been saying this. Okay. Can no longer hold right there. That doesn't work. Maybe I can hold right and just do a really small jump. Okay, probably not. But maybe. I feel like somewhere in this sequence I need to stop holding right. I jump to the second one, jump to the block, and then jump off it there. Does that work? The problem with no longer holding right is then that's when the fish catch up to you, and then you start to have issues. I've changed what I'm doing there, and it no longer works, so I need to do what I was doing there before, the thing that actually worked. That's closer to the thing that worked, but that's also not the thing that worked. I need to do a short jump off of there so I can actually land on that second pillar. Almost. That was the idea. That was the idea. I just need to do the correct thing and not the incorrect thing. Okay. Okay, well, we'll ignore that. That did not happen. Jumped just a little too much there. Slightly too much airtime. Did not give me enough time to land on that platform. Yeah, that fish was just on top of me. There's nothing I could do about that. Okay. You can, in fact, just hold right, and it works. Eventually. As long as you stop doing all the other things that are incorrect. So only the correct path remains. True. Okay. I was trying to land on that block and then run off of it to land on the next platform. One, I'm not sure that would work. Even if I had managed to do that, I don't know that that's close enough that would have worked, but then I didn't land on that box anyway, so none of it mattered. Yeah, I think I let go of the jump button slightly there, so I just stopped jumping. Good. Good. Very good. That might work, but I don't think I want to rely on that actually working. Well, if that actually does work, then that would help me not take that hit from the upper fire bar. So maybe I should actually like formally check and make sure that this doesn't work before I rule out it as a possibility. Okay, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I definitely landed on that block and was holding right. So I think if that would have worked, it should have worked there. And it didn't work, so it doesn't work. Good. Can I jump on top of that other block? Nah, that's Firebar would have killed me if I had jumped onto that second block, so. That's definitely a no to that plan. Please just jump. I did not get the running start that I needed to make that jump. This happens. The thing that's happening there, why I've died there several times, is that getting hit doesn't, like, set your momentum to 0. It pauses you while it's playing the hit animation, and then after the hit animation stops, you resume with all the momentum you had before. So I'm getting caught by the sudden boost of speed. I need to just kind of keep holding left there to cancel that out so I can land below there. Like that. I don't know why I can't jump off of these blocks. Like, there's definitely a short window in which you can jump off of a single tile, but... like, I was doing it alright in the last level. Okay, there we go, that's one. Okay, just walk all the way off the edge to my death. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Just walk all the way to the right to my death. That's also what I wanted to happen. It's a new strat I invented right now to make the game take longer. Just imagine me wincing and turning my head to the side every time I do that. Well, that's what you'd be watching if I had a face cam. Down here, good. Okay, somehow I had that cycle. No, great. Good job. Good job. Completely waste the first time I made it to that platform without taking a hit. Okay. I don't really need to, like, super hold right and go as fast as possible to make it across that. The jumps aren't super long, so I have enough time to maybe adjust my course slightly to ensure that I actually land on the blocks. Let go of the jump there too early. Okay, true. All right. I had so much time on that block, and somehow the jump did not come out. I wonder if I actually pushed it too early there. That was the problem. Okay. There's enough space here I can just chill out here. Everything's alright. Okay. Getting a little dangerous here. Great. Good. Good fire. Love that. Surely Bowser will not shoot a fireball at this exact moment in the only vertical coordinate that will prevent me from making that jump. Surely he will not make a fool of me on the internet. Things said by a fool on the internet. There's no time to wait there because that's a fire bar. You need to make that jump. So you just need to kind of hope that the fireball doesn't come out in a bad place when you're going over there. And it kind of came out in a bad place. Further ahead past that point if I actually make it there again. I think I just need to wait in that pit for the next fireball to come out before proceeding. So that I don't end up in the chump scenario again. I almost made that without getting hit. That's too far down. Nope. Run and then jump. Good. Okay. Great. Yep. I knew as soon as I jumped that I was not going to make that. Okay, we're all right. Okay, we're good. Let go of the jump too early there. So close. Okay, we'll just keep going. All right. Little too much jump. Want to get not quite that much jump. Jump, but less. Right, that's okay. It's fine. All right. I just would like to stop moving when I am no longer pushing the arrow key. That's not how that works in this video game. When you let go of the arrow button, you keep moving. But it would be nice if that didn't happen. Okay. We're so close. We can taste it. We're almost there. That was the idea. Oh, gotta jump. Jump, but longer. Jump, but be faster. Okay. That's really high up there. Kind of feel like I might want to take a hit here. Great. Okay. I was trying to jump and I did not jump. Classic. Classic maneuver. Yeah, that's my internet connection. Sorry for that. The reason I wanted to take a hit there at the end isn't because of the invincibility frames, but it's because that's a really tight gap, and I felt like that would probably be better if I was small Mario than large Mario. Let's get this. Ah! Okay. Okay, that's fine. There are ardent defenders on either side. Just jump over the block entirely. Why land on the platform when I can simply sail over it and then just fall to my death? Hi, Acer. Sure. Okay. Not quite. Not sure whether I jumped too low or if I stopped holding right too early there. But either way, that caused the jump to not work. And generally speaking here, there's not a lot of leeway for jumps to not work. You gotta make jumps that work. I know that the one time that I don't wait for that fireball to jump there is going to be the one time that it jumps immediately and incinerates me. Okay. Gotta jump. Gotta jump there. We'll just chill out over there, where it's nice. Jump. He did indeed. If I can actually make it up to that brick platform, we're not entirely out of the woods yet. Because we need to land on the moving platform that's past it in order to make it to the axe, and I don't know exactly, I don't know how many of you were super paying attention, but Bowser jumps through that platform. I didn't point it out before, but you can't just run onto that and expect everything to be okay. You need to time it so that he doesn't jump through the platform while you're on it. So, if I ever make it back to that point again, we can watch that. Getting hit by that fire bar there on the way down is just insult to injury because, like, I know I'm going to die. And I just would like to die so I can reset the stage, but you then have to wait an extra second for the hit animation to play. we're fine. We are no longer fine. Yeah, no. I waited too long there. I knew I was going to hit that fireball if I landed on that platform, so I tried to bail out, and I did not have enough time to bail out of that. Yeah, I mean, this isn't Super Fine Brothers, this is Super Lava Brothers. I forgot that that jump is not a short jump, that is a longer jump. Okay. Getting hit there, touching the fire bar with my toe, totally messed up the timing there. That would have been fine if I had been able to land back on the block, but I was holding left the whole time there. Unfortunately, I did not have enough momentum to get back onto that block. Okay. Slightly too far to the right. Once again, just tapping the fire ever so slightly with my toe. Okay. I got down here. Alright. Here we go. As you can see, if I just hang out on that moving platform, I will take a hit and die. His head just gets through that, and it'll be a very funny way to lose. Oh, okay. Yeah, the bonking there is real. I got something all right. Particularly, I think what I got there is a concussion, followed by an incineration. Again, I throttled the jump there when I should not have. We want a full jump off of that last block. It's easy to forget because the pattern here is short jump off of the first one, short jump off the second one. So surely it's short jump off of the third one, right? It's not, but it feels like it should be. You know, I think we got a little bit nicer. We got a little bit. Did not jump at all. Almost ran off of that. Ah. Bad jump. Real bad jump. I don't know why they decided to jump like 2 tiles into that instead of further when I actually would have made it across that gap, but that's where I decided to push the jump button, and I paid the price for it. Okay, we're okay. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's see if we can kind of bait him over this way. Yep, keep coming, keep coming. Nope, don't go back. He's going back. He's going back, folks. we're getting out of here. Got it. Okay. We're out of there. All right. All right. It's been an hour and a half, and we've beaten 2 worlds. We're doing great. We're definitely on pace. So I'm going to go get some water. I guess I'll just leave it on this here, so that the stream is not just sitting in dead silence while I'm up and away. And if Mario repeatedly dies while I'm gone, that's great. That's content. Alright, I'm back. Ready to face what fresh horrors await us in the next stage. Let's just reset our timer here. Okay, so first off we have a lot more single blocks to jump off of, which isn't great. Okay, this one's a little trickier. Can we make it? Yeah, okay, we're fine. And we get a shroom, that's nice. Now to come down here without falling down, good. Long jump. Okay, I'm glad I got that mushroom. Don't like that. Not a fan of this. Okay, good. I was really hoping that would happen, and I'm glad it did. Okay. Did we hit a checkpoint? Yes, okay. So that wasn't great. Do I have to hold left here to not be in the pipe? Yes, okay. That's a really weird jump. Okay, we're just gonna hang out here and have a nice relaxing time on this pipe until that man kills himself. Okay, sure. Okay, got another fairly long jump here. Okay. That's not actually a long jump from there. Nope. Negative. Real. Yeah. Jump and hold right from this checkpoint. And maybe we'll make that. Yep. Cool. Alright. We'll just hold right here and jump up. Okay, we'll hold right there and do absolutely nothing. That's a solid plan. Okay, so we're not going to do that again. That doesn't work. Little too much jump there. Okay. Checkpoint. Nope. Too much right. Checkpoint. Bonk. I gotta jump off of that. That one's a long jump. Remember the checkpoint. First time in my entire life. I can just hold right there. I don't need to really worry about that Koopa. Probably. Now that I've said that, I'll somehow find the jump where I have to worry about the Koopa. Okay. Short hop, up it there. Okay. I'll jump across this. Big jump off of this guy. Okay, we're almost there. Can I just make that from here? I think we can make this from here. Yeah. And we'll just leave. We'll just leave. Alright, it's just that easy. I've been doing it that all game, so it's nice to see that the enemies are finally catching up to my lead here. Alright. I'm going to spend another hour in a castle stage. Amazing jump. 10 out of 10 jump. Given all the fire that's occurring there, we probably want to stop on that first block, which I cannot reach. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. That's not good. That's not great. All right, we're definitely going to be here for a while. I got the jump there, and then I did not hold left enough to actually make it back. There we go. Gotta jump off of that block. We've had it twice now, and I have failed to jump off of that block. Had it 3 times now, and I failed to jump off of that block. I can't believe that block disables your jump button. That's definitely what's happening here. There's no other explanation. Almost grazed that fireball. This is just the first room. There's still so much more level after this. No. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. The game is impossible because you just are physically not allowed to jump off of that block. There we go, okay. I kind of hate this. You gotta just keep going, right? There's not a lot of space there to build up momentum after you've stopped moving there. You have to just carry your momentum from that first jump, I think, somehow. Yeah, we're definitely going to be here for a while. We might not get out of this world. It's not... Can I land? I don't think I can actually land on top of the block that's in the middle there from one jump. If I could land on that, I could just jump off of that immediately, and we'd be fine. But I don't think I can actually make it that far. So in order to keep my momentum from the jump that gets me onto that platform, I would have to jump off of the lip to the left of that block. I'm not entirely sure if I do that, if I can clear it. Now I just can't get the momentum off of this anymore. We've regressed. Just need to wait slightly longer to jump before jumping. It's not hard. It's not hard. It might be hard. The biggest problem with that platform is that you can't just like sit there and workshop it because of the fire bar that's down there. You have a fairly strict time limit before you just bite the dust. The key to making it off of that platform is to push the jump button. No, that's too far. Okay, that is, I think, too far. You can't quite clear that from the left side. So we need to figure out how to build the momentum to make it across that gap. Is it possible to short hop off of the lip onto the block and then jump from there? That feels really tight. Good, just get roasted on the way down. I knew I was going too fast there and I wasn't going to make that jump, so I tried holding left a little bit, but even that was not enough to give me enough time on that block to make that jump. I was just way too fast. I didn't even touch that block, just sailed completely over it. No chance whatsoever to save that one. We're fine. And hop. Okay. I had that one. I should have been able to make that one. Okay. I was going way too fast. I had to take a really high jump off that in order to have enough hang time to make it back onto the block. Okay. Okay. If you hang on the left side of the platform, there is just barely enough space there to make the momentum you need to clear that gap. If you run slightly to the right and then jump off of the block there, that does work. But first off, we're back to failing this jump again. The old standby. Okay. The timing of these fire bars is also really annoying. So I think once we make it up there, we just have to keep holding right and then jump through that gap, because otherwise we'll completely eat it there. That jump should work. I'm fairly certain I can make it through that gap off of the bottom. I don't need to jump onto the other block to make it up there. With the run speed, that should just work. Not feeling good about that. I didn't get the jump off there. Nope. Absolutely not. Also not. Also incorrect. Real. Okay. Okay, yep, that's fine. We'll slot down here. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, we got... Okay. This scenario again, but with a shorter block, okay. Once we make it past that first jump gauntlet, it's pretty straightforward. Up to the Bowser, where we might struggle again like we did the last time. I knew I was going way too fast there. I tried to save it, and I couldn't. Real. Nope. Too much speed. I don't trust that. Would have been fine. Nope. Lost all my speed there. I let go of the right arrow too early. And I could have made that. I could have made that. Oh. That was pretty good. That's okay. Don't trust that. Don't trust this. I'm just gonna hang tight. This is fine. Nope. Jump in there. We are. Nice. Alright. Finally get another shot at this jump. Okay. No platforming, only fire. No platforming, only fire. Alrighty, next shot. What if I just wait here and take that hit? Okay. Okay. We're just gonna wait here until the time runs out. Got it. Sure is an awful lot of floor here. I don't like that. Okay, so we need momentum in order to make it all the way up there. Let's get rid of that guy. Yikes. Okay. Don't like that either. Okay. We need to jump pretty much immediately off of that pipe in order to get the full run jump height off of that. Or we can just not land on the pipe at all. That's always an option. It's not a good option, but it is certainly an option. Okay. I had to jump there, but I decided to not hold right anymore. And it turns out when you don't hold right, you no longer move to the right. So rather than making it onto the platform, I simply rubbed my face on the platform and then stopped moving. Okay. Ah. Okay. Excellent bonk. Could not have bonked in a better spot than that. It's a tricky one. It's very counterintuitive. Okay, please. Did we by chance hit a checkpoint yet? We sure didn't. Okay, great. Short jump off the first pillar, long jump off the second pillar, and then hope I don't get devoured. Then get devoured. And probably cry about it. I almost pulled out that spiny there. I almost just ate it big time. As demonstrated, just simply get devoured. That jump onto that block is a little shorter than I would like it to be. So I need to not jump late off of that platform. Also need to make it to that platform in the first place. We can kind of just hold right here, and we don't need to wait for that cycle, kind of. Yeah. Got me that time. Okay. It was going to happen at some point. It was. We all know it. Okay. 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 Surely we have reached a checkpoint now. Okay, thank God we're out of there. Just come over here. I'm intentionally not taking warp zones because I hate myself. Oh, sure. Once again, setting a good example for the enemies that walk off a cliff by also just walking off a cliff. Ah, okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I did not think I was going to make that jump, and then as predicted, I did not make that jump. Do we have to go left here? I think we have to go left here. That's kind of a far jump. I can probably make that, but it would likely be more comfy if I hop up a level. Should I keep going? I think that opens up. Yeah. Okay. Not bad, not bad. It's more shroom time. Yep. Nope. Not quite. That was pretty close to another one-shot. Unfortunately, it's back to castle time. More suffering ahead. That was not the correct direction. And Bowser's just right here. Okay. I kind of don't like this. We just need to wait until he's all the way on the right side, I think, and then take a couple of running jumps over him. Okay. So definitely don't do that. That emphatically does not work. Luckily, the Bowser is the only really hard part of this. These jumps aren't hard. Ignore the fact that I just ran into the abyss. True. Because it's got all speed in the entire world and was not even remotely close to landing on that block. I should have jumped there. I should have taken that opportunity. Okay. Hate that fireball so much. Okay. Almost just ran directly into that. Hi. Have another very exciting addition of waiting here for a minute and then making a bad jump and immediately dying. I'm actually getting too much speed off of that first platform. Want to be going less fast. Okay. Jump. I took the wrong path, but everything's okay. Everything's not okay. Everything is still not okay. This time we'll actually fall down this pit, which is the correct way to go. Well played. Okay. Instant I push the jump button, he finally shoots that fireball out. Nope. Did not get enough speed before that jump. Just fall in all of these gaps first for the correct one. Okay. We'll wait here for a bit. Flop. There we go. Fall down this hole. If only. I thought I was going to eat it, and I actually landed on it. And once I was there, I could not have made it across. I didn't have the momentum. That was so close. If I had actually managed to land on that block, that would have probably made it. The timing was good. I think just the jump was off. Oh, okay. I had to take that weird because of the fireball that just came out there again. And then could not recover after the extra jump I had to put on that jump. Okay. Ignore that. That didn't happen. Alright. Jumped too early there. I had enough time to jump, to wait a little longer before I jumped. Fair enough. That's fair. I did, in fact, just walk directly into that. Almost walked into that one, too. Didn't like how long I was waiting there for another fireball from Bowser to come out. Probably would have been fine. Now Potaboo is not lining up. Okay, we're gonna go for it here. Ah! Okay. That would 100% have been it if I had actually managed to jump off of that block. It is. Okay. Just run directly into Bowser's big stupid face. Probably should have gone there. I don't like where the fire bar was for that attempt. We're gonna go here. Nope. Okay. Did not get the speed off of that jump. I might have gotten roasted anyway by the Potaboo, even if I had made that jump, so... Okay. Even if I didn't land on that Potaboo, I would have landed on the Bowser Fireball, so I was extra dead no matter what happened there. I forgot that you can pause in this game while you're dead. Oops. Sure. Nah, should have been a jump. That should have been where I jumped. Nope. Had to jump over that fireball and couldn't work. Just barely clipped his head. I'm not sure that I would have made that even if I had made it to that block. I think the jump off of that second block would have taken me right into that fireball. I probably would not. No, I definitely would not have made that. That's all kinds of bad timing there. Up, up. Okay. Barely saved that. Only to fail in another 15 seconds here anyway. Thought about that, but no. Maybe I should have gone there. Fireball cutting off my jump. I've just about had it up to here with this dude. Great. Excellent. That might have been okay if I had actually managed to get the jump momentum there. I'm sure it's going to turn out that the smart way to do this is just to hold right, and it just magically works. Nope. That might have been okay if, once again, I had managed to get the jump momentum off of that. Because Bowser was on his way down from there, so I was probably unlikely to collide with him after that jump. Didn't need to jump over that. Got it. Okay. And just keep trying it over and over again until the timing actually works somehow. Alright, I guess we'll stop here for today. I made it halfway through the game. So we'll definitely beat it next week, for sure. The second half of the game will take exactly the same time as the first half of the game. It's definitely not any harder. World 8 is a complete joke. It's completely free. It only takes 2 minutes to beat. So next week, apparently we'll be playing more of this. Well, thanks for coming by and sticking through this for some reason. All these falls into the abyss, just incinerating Mario repeatedly over and over again. This is the good stuff right there. And we'll see you next week.